Hi, I'm Emily Rose.
And I'm Dan Filgreen. Welcome to the weekend edition of Shell Point Today for January 24th, 25th, and 26th.
Today we'll look ahead to this year's celebration event.
Of course, we always say it's the most exciting time of the year.
Yes.
And every year we say it, but it's always true.
We'll get a devotional from David Pavey.
Two little boys, saved from the jaws of death, remind us of the immense value we place on human life.
And we'll have a look back on the best of the week at SBTV.
But first, we're going for the gold in our look back on this day in history. On January 24th, 1848, a millwright named James Marshall discovered gold along the banks of Sutter's Creek in California, forever changing the course of history in the American West. John Augustus Sutter had started a colony in the lush Sacramento Valley with a fort and a town that he called New Helvetia. He had hired Marshall to build a sawmill, and in the newly configured mill race, they found flecks of gold. They tried to keep it a secret, but word soon leaked out, and within months, the largest gold rush in the world had begun. Ironically, the California gold rush was a disaster for Sutter. Though it brought thousands of men to California, the prospectors had no interest in joining his despotic agricultural community. Instead, they overran his property, slaughtered his herds for food, and trampled his fields. By 1852, New Helvetia was ruined, and Sutter was nearly wiped out. Until his death in 1880, he spent his time unsuccessfully petitioning the government to compensate him for the losses he suffered as the result of the gold rush he unintentionally ignited.
On Monday, come out to the Social Center at 6:45 to enjoy the Monday classic movie, The Man Who Knew Too Much, from 1956. An ordinary British couple, played by James Stewart and Doris Day, vacationing in Switzerland, suddenly find themselves embroiled in a case of international intrigue when their daughter is kidnapped by spies who are plotting a political assassination. Directed by master of suspense Alfred Hitchcock, this film gave the brilliant Peter Lorre his first English-speaking role as a slithery villain. With its tensions and gallows humor, it's pure Hitchcock. Don't forget to look for his famous cameo. That's at 6:45 p.m. Monday in the Social Center.
We know that our Creator has made all people in His image, but we also know that people can be broken, and the consequences of that brokenness include crime and punishment. What happens when a person who is incarcerated reconnects to the Creator's impulse to create and expresses emotions through art? That spark to create can be part of the beautiful process of redemption. Come see and hear about the Crossroads Prison Art Project, along with the personal testimony from many of the artists. The Academy program Beauty and Humanity happens at 10:15 in the Village Church Hospitality Room.
The Roman Empire presents an unmatched period in scale and stability in the turbulent ancient world of Europe and the Middle East. At its peak, it provided peace, the Pax Romana, and Roman law from Scotland to Iraq. It prospered for over 600 years. The influence Rome has had on the world is immense. Its art, architecture, law, philosophy, writing, engineering, language, and religion are all very relevant in the world today. Come learn about Rome, the history of its rise and fall, Session 4 on Monday from 4:30 to 6 p.m. in the Grand Cypress Room. The cost is $10.
On Tuesday through Thursday next week, the Shell Point Marketing Department has planned a complimentary photo retake opportunity for those who would like to update their existing Shell Point resident photo directory picture. The current photo directory can be found online at shellpointsecure.com. Appointments will be held Tuesday through Thursday, January 28th through 30th, and are available from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., as well as from 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Reserving your photo appointment is required in advance. Please contact Wendy Iverson at the Marketing Department by calling her at 454-2181 to schedule your photo retake time.
Every year, at about the time the snowbirds return, Shell Point pauses to consider how far we have come, to give thanks, and to celebrate all that has been accomplished and the wonderful life we all have at Shell Point. This year, we're doing it again.